Hello, family. This is Dr. Financial Literacy, aka Willie Green. Thank you very much for coming. Hey, I'm excited. Today is the 30th. We are less than or a little more than 28 hours away from the final reveal of velocity banking. Did it work for me with an 18% credit card? Let's do a little recap. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, so started velocity banking, 18% credit card. I took a cash advance out of 18,600. That approximately was running about 92 cents a day. Income in general, 3364.70 after taxes. That's the net out in Cali. The expenses that I initially came up with, 2475.02. I thought I had a cash flow of 889.68. See how that goes. All right, going to the next board. Gotta move to a chair. All right, what do we have here? The first payment. This was my first check, 1686.70. I paid the rent out of that. I thought I had like 286 left. Second biweekly check, 1678. I shifted that income entirely from Wells Fargo when I made the deposit. That was 1,200. 400 from Bank of America. That gave me a total of 1678. However, I should have moved over 18,600. I only moved over 1678, which left a deficit. So that was one of the challenges. All right, let's see what that was. 1860 and moved over my second biweekly check, 1678. So that was $182. So what I did today, went to the credit union today and dropped in $182 to make up the difference. This salary again, 1860, subtracted, add from that. So altogether, I was able to put in the account for 1 month to use velocity banking, 3364.70, 2 weeks of paychecks, 1860 cash advance in general. That gave me 5224.70 to work with, and then I started subtracting. Now earlier, I said my rent was about 1,400. Well, 1647. The electric bill came in from the holidays higher than normal, and I think our electric providers, they're increasing their rates or looking to increase their rates. Then I started subtracting different amounts from it to try to get down to where I'm at in general. All right. So just to be caught up. Now let's turn to the old computer and see where we're at. All right, we're just gonna walk through the budget again. Oh my gosh. All right, so let me share my screen. All right, so here we go. Starting with the budget, we're looking at January, the first month of trying this velocity banking experiment. The wages, 1617.47. Now that comes from 2023 when I was every 2 weeks, it was coming in at 1617.47. One of the strategies that I'm also using is I asked my employer to take out a little bit less so that I can bring home more. And I was going to also throw that into the velocity mix. So what they did was made a change for me, and I was able to bring home an additional 138.46, and I'm apply that throughout the year, and then pay Uncle Sam his cut at that next year in general. But I'm gonna use more of my resources to bring down more of my debt. And if I had to pay an interest, possibly, if not, If it goes well, then maybe I'll just kind of back off of it. Next, we have 1860, which was the cash advance from Navy Federal out of the ATM machine. I didn't get a $3 charge at this particular one in general, and I don't think Navy Federal has charged me, but I won't know that until the next statement comes out. Okay, so we have $5,233.40 coming in. Now let's look at some of the expenses. Rent, trash charge, water charge, sewer charge, monthly service fee. Got to figure what's that for. And then we have the electric that came up to 1650.82. I projected 1400, so yeah, was kind of off. All right. Groceries 69.46, childcare, dry cleaners, breakfast dining out 13.91, no house cleaning, no dog walker. Gas or fuel. As I said earlier, I went from my 2015 Nissan Altima to the 2015 Kia Forte, which is costing about $157 a month. I'm getting about 44 miles to the gallon on that. Whereas I was filling up my Nissan maybe twice a week at maybe $60 to $70, 1501. I am, yes, I'm psyched. I'm psyched. Insurance 45, that car payment on the Kia, parking none, public transportation none. My wife carries the entertainment aspects of it. That's not on my bill. Health is included. We got a little gym right around the corner. Vacations, don't have anything now, but I think there's a trip in the works. Recreation, gym fees, none of that at this particular time. Dues, magazine subscriptions, none at this particular time. I try to watch whatever on YouTube. Clothing, didn't add anything new to the old wardrobe. Thank you very much. Financial obligations, wow, okay, JPMCB auto loan. I have that up top. Okay, good catch, good catch. Let me go ahead and drop that down. That is a blessing right there. Nice. Blessing right there, boy. Okay, so I just basically went through the credit cards and allotted $50 for each until I get this first one behind us. Then I go back and see what's the minimum for each one. Definitely the 1860, one of the things that I did was I paid off the Capital One Walmart card. I paid off the Discover card 1413 and the credit card, the pedal, for 210.85. So I used that cash advance at 18% to pay off these other cards that range from 24% to 32.25%. That total was 4,037. And it's that high because I'll have the 1860, but I'm taking it back out. So it washes itself out from the top down to the bottom. Some of the miscellaneous payments, the monthly subscription, the Microsoft, Zoom communication, iPostal. Got to be aware of some of these annual subscriptions in general. I should have been aware of those. The apartment application, that was from $40 when I was trying to get the HELOC, the HE loan, going through that process. Dollar Tree, Walmart, and that came up to $356.14. So all in all, I thought I had a cash flow of 88968, whereas I'm looking at a negative 595488, and maybe more and maybe less once we start really looking at the bills. Again, with the velocity banking, I'm taking my paycheck, dumping it onto a credit card, and then using that credit card as my checking and savings account to save interest. I did have a card with, a checking account in general, and it had checking and saving. and it had $300 in it, and I was just carrying that for emergency, at least a year, and I received maybe 10 cents for it. So I took it out of there and put it into the primary account, and now I'm moving it over to one of the other aspects of it. Again, looks like 954.88, potentially the overdrawn. All right. Now let's look at when I first started this experiment, I was looking at three hypotheses that I wanted to test and see, three ideas, three assumptions in my head about velocity after I was unable to get the HELOC or the HELOAN. So one was to improve my credit. So right now, according to Navy Federal, I'm at a 635. I think this is TransUnion. I should have put which one. But sometimes TransUnion, Equifax, it seems like there's a difference between TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Right now, 635 as of today, 1:30. The next one is 2 days from now, so we'll see how that falls out. I'm thinking or testing, will it improve my credit score by using velocity banking? The second one, would it allow me to have an open line of credit that I can be consistently used? So far, the credit card is definitely still open. I have a balance of $492. We'll see how that falls out. I'm looking at if it can be done in a year time, but yeah, at least this open line of credit that I'm using is now still open to me, and I have available credit of 5,697. But the cash advance is 1,860. That's, I think, the most that I can take out. And the last one, by demand, some people wanted to see the interest payments. I'm still working on the Excel sheet, but I wanted to go ahead and do a little something on paper. So the first column is looking at the cash advance that I have as 1,860, in the term 12 months, interest rate of 18, the monthly payback, because I'm looking at it in 12 months. Let me put that in 12 months. Okay, principal in 12 months. About that, maybe on the first one. Okay, and another thing about the velocity method, they said a principal reduction is a main outcome of this, reducing the principal. Okay, so a monthly payment of 170.52, and here's the comparison across the bottom of the different ones. So like I said, a part of that 1,860, did away with Discover card, did away with Navy Federal at 108, did away with Walmart at 146.46, and the Pedal card at 210. So that 1,860 went a long way in getting rid of the card. So as a part of velocity banking, if you have enough room, you can eliminate some of the other cards with the different interest rates. And the Navy Federal 18%, whereas some of the other cards 28, 24, 18%. This is the Navy Federal in general. Oh yeah, the other thing is when you make that one lump sum into your velocity banking tool, you're also making the first payment. So when I put that 1,860, I did two things at once. I was able to put the lump sum in, and I was able to make my regular monthly payment, or at least just wipe out the balance. Now going back to the interest rate, 32.49 for Walmart, kind of surprised, and Pedal 25.49. Now these are the monthly payments, 170.52 if I was to stay with them. Walmart would be 14.46. All these over a 12-month period. Last row, total payment. I'm sorry, total interest. So if I do the 1,860 and I'm unable to pay it off in 12 months, did I end up paying 86.30, which probably amounts to that 92 cents per day. And looking at Discover, it would have been 225, 1082, 2704, and 3023. So I added all those up, $479.68 in interest if I would have went to 12 months for those, and mine is 186, a savings of, this is incredible, $293.38. Savings. Savings is a saving. The strategy is about principal reduction and interest saving. So if it goes right and I pay it off before a year, looking at $293.38. Now we saw that the balance was for about $419. So when I get paid next week in February, maybe that'll knock it out. In general, we save even more on the interest, which don't save, and yeah, that theory could be tested again. All right. Well, thank you very much for stopping by. This is Willie Green, aka Dr. Financial Literacy. I am an experimental political economist. I look at the interaction between society, government, and individuals and groups. And I often run some experiments that I've been starting to do, look into financials to reduce my overall debt, but also to work with clients and work with other individuals. Right now, I think I have like four clients, so I'm happy to be able to work with individuals. So if I can work with you, you'd like to become an authorized user on my credit. I can help you improve your credit. We can do small micro loans, and really get you on the ball based on my real world experience. These aren't necessarily my clients. This is my real world data that I'm putting together, allowing you to see how things can actually work. Again, thank you very much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Have a great day.